Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to showcase Daily Race A for the week commencing May 16th 2022. So Daily Race A this week is a Nissan Silvia one make event at the Italian track Leighton Maguire, I believe it's called, on a alternative version, compared to the usual. It's much shorter and the lap times are going to be averaging anywhere from 1 minute 5 to 1 minute 10. So for those of you that have been around this channel for a while now will know I am not the biggest fan of sport mode because the majority of the events end up as a one make race. Sometimes I will really get into an event and sometimes I won't. So there'll be some weeks where I may not touch sport mode much at all, and there will be other weeks where I will play quite a bit of it because I really enjoy it. This week, I feel like we have a really strong week with race A and B. I both think they're great. Obviously, this being race A, this is usually the more like sort of, I'd say, club event. Is like the way I like to describe race A. So it's with the less powerful cars, usually road cars, and it's where you'll find a lot of accidents happen compared to a lot of other events. You will also see that even though the cars are slower, they're a lot more difficult to control because you haven't got the high downforce compared to some of the race cars. But overall, I would say this is a very enjoyable race A, and I will probably, stick around and do quite a few races in it this week. So as you saw at the start, I didn't really qualify for this event. I just did one quick lap round just to sort of see, the layout, and then obviously the event started. But I've been having a decent little battle with these two, going into lap two, and obviously I've moved up to sixth position. Which for me, this is when Gran Turismo Sport Mode's at its best. If you have a weak qualifying and start moving and working your way up the grid, you can really get invested in the races, and I think there's no better feeling than sort of, feeling like, oh, everything's hopeless and it's just going to be a really boring race. I'm just going to sit around at the back to, improving and doing well, and moving your way up that grid. I think that's where sport mode really shines. As you can see, the car behind me has got a penalty. He's going to have to take that at some point. He's just ran a bit wide there, and so for this lap, I'm just trying to sort of, break away from these two. As you can see, I made a little mistake there myself. But yeah, I wanted to sort of break away from them and try and chase down fifth place. Obviously, he's pulling away at the minute, but that's where, my sights are mainly set, is getting that P5. So lap by lap, I'm learning more about this layout and I'm learning where to brake and, where I can sort of, shave time off. And yeah, it's going quite well. Like I said, I've got my setting to sixth and now I've got my sights firmly set on, catching up to fifth place. There was quite a few mistakes or going into that really tight corner we just gone through on lap one, which did allow me to sort of, take it cleanly and work my way through. Obviously, sometimes with sport mode, it's not always about your absolute pace. It's about just sort of being clean, keeping your nose clean, and just sort of, trying to take advantage of other people's mistakes. So now I'm getting a lot more comfortable with the car going into this lap, and I'm chasing down fifth. Um, Here, I did sort of end up sort of getting the car stuck in gear. I left it in third. Usually I'll drop down to second just here and that short shift back up to third, but I didn't. But I still got a decent run out. Obviously, I probably lost a bit of time going through there. But my main thing is just, now I've got a gap to the guys behind. It's sort of getting in the slipstream and sort of taking advantage. I was thinking about making a move here. Obviously, I was really far back, but I did sort of catch. And obviously, we didn't make contact, thankfully. And we both got away cleanly there. So this part of the track is one of the best places to make up some places. Obviously, it's quite a quick straight with a bit of a downhill to give you a boost. And then going into this rather, it's actually quite quick and quite deceiving, as you can see. Guy in front's just gone a bit wide there and lost a bit of time. So now I'm going to try and slipstream him through this sector. It's quite a quick sector and it does require a little bit of throttle control and a bit of lining up to get the most out of the car. As you can see, we're still gaining. He's sort of lost the back end again. I was just using, a bit of throttle control through there to keep the car nice and stable. We're going to drop it into third, a bit of throttle control, and then I'm going to drop it into second and short shift up to third, trying to keep on his back here, and he's going to look like he's going to pull away. but I managed to get a really good run out of that corner, and I'm going to keep on charging, determined to get that 5th place. So for me, this was the highlight of the race. As you can see, he's really just lost the back in there, too much slipping, and I'm going to try and get him on the inside here, and we're going to get a very good run, both together, very well equally matched. Obviously, I'm trying to line it up, so I'm going to keep the inside line going into that corner. It might be a bit slower through there, but so be it. As long as I've got the position, then I can keep it. And he does hit me there. Don't know if it was on purpose, but obviously I'm just going to stick to my line really. And so be it. So on one of the last corners, on the last lap, I've finally managed to take P5 after starting all the way at the back. I did really enjoy this race. So as you can see, that's it, P5 across the line. So I'm going to give you some of my personal thoughts about this daily race in a bit more detail. So thanks for watching the race, and let's discuss it. So for me, this is one of the best daily race A's we've had in quite a while, probably since the go-karts, and that was, it must have been a few months ago now. But yeah, it is really enjoyable. If you like this kind of content, I make this kind of content each and every day, whether it's money guides, car guides, or just showcasing what happens in some online races. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.